Hey friends, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. If you'd like to see what I'm going to do, stick around. What's up friends, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Excuse me for my hoarse, squeaky voice. I keep prefacing these videos and I will keep doing that until I get my voice back. That I am recovering from pneumonia and laryngitis. So just bear with me. So I had to order a new Hobonichi Weeks in case you missed it. My Paddington Hobonichi got completely destroyed on one of the worst days I've had in a very long time, where I was waiting in line for my prescriptions after being discharged from urgent care and having my x-ray and confirming that I had pneumonia. So I was waiting for my antibiotics and all that good stuff, and I started having a coughing fit. So I grabbed my water, my Awala bottle, this one right here actually, this was the culprit, and I left it open in my big Mary Poppins bag, I call it, just a big tote bag, because I was just like so embarrassed because yeah, I was just having a huge coughing fit and people were like looking at me funny and stuff. And I forgot that I left it open, and I'm just like waiting in line. And all of a sudden I feel like dripping on me and my shoes are covered in water. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I check and my purse was like a pool. When I tell you this thing was full, but then emptied in my purse, it was crazy. So then in my haste, right, I like run out of the store. I accidentally left this, went back the next day, and luckily it was there. And, it was the whole thing. So my Hobonichi Weeks was unsalvageable. So I did not really back plan, like I did back plan the months. I accidentally ordered all of the 2024, not all of them, but the first 6 months, by accident from Coffee Monster Co. like last year. And I was going to return it. Maybe it was December. And I ended up using it to back plan these few months because why not? So I kept them. So that was super unfortunate. Anyways, I haven't back planned the weeks, so they are naked. It was devastating for sure. And yeah, all that to say, here we are. We're in March 31st through April 6th. So the first few days of April is what I will be planning for. I'm going to zoom in. And I'm using this super cute Pastel Galaxy mini kit. Obsessed. I have this washi from Simply Gilded, which I'm just going to throw down now because why not? So this is going to be like a quick video. I haven't filmed a Plan With Me video or even like a live voice, you know, like in real time doing the speaking video in weeks. Because I was so sick. My oxygen was so low, I couldn't even get a full sentence out. Without needing to like, you know, slow down and inhale and everything. So it was really scary. But I am so glad. I need my tweezers. Where are they? So glad to be on the other side. It was awful. I think, is this the first video I'm filming in real time? It is. And it's not even going up until, like, today's March 24th. This video, I think, is going up on April 10th. No, let me see. I gotta look at my planner here. Okay, April 10th. Sorry, this was supposed to be a Plan With Me video here, but I made it a reel because I had no voice. I guess if I was patient, I could have waited and filmed this, but I didn't want to get too close. Plus, because we're like leaving for spring break and stuff, so I want to be way, 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 way ahead. I'm always way ahead, but like I get anxious and I'm never behind. It's part of my OCD, which I actually do have as a diagnosis, in case you didn't know. Side note, hate when people say I'm OCD when you don't actually have the diagnoses. Have to put that out there. Anyways, so this video is not going up for a while, but I can tell you the story of what happened. So what had happened was, and I'll repeat this, well, maybe I won't repeat this story in the next video. I don't know. I have to film I wasn't going to film a Hobonichi cousin video, but because the one I was supposed to film didn't get filmed, I think I'm going to just here, this makes more sense. Every other week I film a YouTube video and the other spread gets posted on Instagram and there's no video. So just in case you're not following me on Instagram, please do. For extra content, obviously you don't have to. But this was supposed to be a video and this is supposed to be just a Instagram photo, but I'm gonna actually film these 2 weeks in a row because, actually let me fix that right now, because I didn't film this one and I feel like, you know, I need to. I don't like that I didn't do that. I don't know if I can lift this up. It's okay, I'll just cover it. So it's gonna be 2 Plan With Me videos in a row. So I don't know if I'll tell this story again in the next video or not, but this will be the first, all that to say, this is the first time I'm sharing the video, the news is in this video. So I was sick with COVID, right? Like February 12th, I got diagnosed. I was feeling better like a few days after I tested positive. That's crooked. And, you know, then right before, like I had a few days of like kind of normalcy where I was feeling more healthy. Then, but still not like 100%. You know how like the worst days are like a few days and then you feel a little better and then you feel like yourself. So I was like on the tail end of COVID, and then I started like having all this drainage coming from my sinuses and I started feeling like really congested, all that kind of stuff. So I went back to urgent care the Monday I was supposed to return to work right after break, and the doctor said, actually it was a PA, said I had a sinus infection, which I disagreed with, and both myself and the doctor at my primary, who I recently saw, like less than a few days ago actually, confirmed that it was the flu. Well, basically said that it was more likely that it was the flu and not a sinus infection, based on my symptoms. So I think the PA just kind of like misdiagnosed me based on the symptoms I was having at the time. But then the next day I had more flu-like symptoms. You know, those two things can mimic each other often. So I don't think it was, he didn't know what he was doing. I think it was just, I went right at the tip of the start of the flu and it was not obvious to him that it was. Although I think he should have tested me for the flu, but didn't. Anyways, so then I got the flu. So I had the flu for that week. That brings us to the end of February. First week of March, I'm like, yay, I'm better. Feeling better the first couple of weeks of March. But during that time, I had an appointment with my dermatologist. And I'm just going to use a gel pen. I'm not even going to use a fountain pen today. I'll use my new one. I have this cute little chubby Uniball one I got from Jet Pens just for fun because I wanted to try it. And it's super cute. Anyways, I saw my derm and she's like, oh, we have this, you know, I've had psoriasis for a while and I've been on Otezla for years. I failed like all the different injectables because of anaphylaxis. So then I finally qualified. It's ridiculous the way our insurance in this country works, but finally qualified for Otezla, which is an oral pill, and I take that twice a day. Been on it for years. Psoriasis is like not getting necessarily worse per se. It always gets worse in the winter months though, so right now it's not great, but it's not really getting any better. And she's like, well, we have this new drug. It's been tested. It's like twice as effective. It's once a day, blah, blah, blah. I started taking it. It suppresses your immune system. So during that like 2-week window where I was healthy, I had started this new drug. And by the time I'd been on it for over a week, I'd started getting like a sore throat and feeling sick again with like kind of cold symptoms. But I'm like, oh, these are also main side effects of the new med. So maybe that's what it is. Or maybe I'm catching a cold because my immune system has been suppressed. So by like the 3rd week of March, was it the 3rd week? I don't remember. It was like a week ago now. I started coughing during the day at work. It was a Thursday. And I was like, well, this is not good. I feel like I'm wheezy. I feel short of breath. This is how I felt when I like had an anaphylactic reaction back when I was hospital. I don't know if you remember this, but I looked like Hitch. I was hospitalized back in December of 2024 for it. And I had similar like chest tightness and like shortness of breath and like a wheezy cough. So fast forward to Friday night, my daughter's having a sleepover, and I'm like really short of breath, hacking, coughing. My rescue inhaler is not working. I could tell my oxygen was not great. I mean, I didn't know obviously for sure, but I ended up like, I was like, I really think I need to go to the ER, but I couldn't go because Nora had her friend overnight, and it was like midnight at this point, and my husband's like, well, I just took some Benadryl and I like just tried to sleep it off. My lips were turning bluish purple, and in the morning when I woke up, my fingers were really tingly. And so I went right to urgent care. Her friend got picked up early. And they were like, whoa, my oxygen was low. It was like, I want to say it was like 87. And I think anything like 95 and above is good. And my blood pressure was really high, which is crazy because I never have high blood pressure ever. So they were like, yep, oxygen and a neb. And so I got treated there, and then they sent me home with steroids and like a nasal steroid and like an oral steroid, like strong stuff. So I'm still not feeling great. You know, like my breathing got a little better because of the nebulizer and probably the steroids, which also had the worst side effects. I was like so sweaty all the time, felt hot and clammy, wasn't sleeping, super hungry. It was just crazy. And I don't know, like I haven't been on steroids that strong in a while. So I was not feeling it. So Monday I go back, like I call the PA at the urgent care next to me, and it's the same PA I'd seen prior. And he's super nice. And he was like, why don't you come back in so I can do a chest x-ray? Let me just make sure you don't have pneumonia or something like that so we can rule it out. So I go back in, you know, my blood pressure's good, my oxygen's good, or it was better, it was like 95. And so I go back and he does the chest x-ray, sure enough, finds pneumonia, prescribes me an antibiotic, a different one that I was on 2 weeks prior, or 2.5 weeks prior, for the bacterial sinus infection, which really was, as we now know, the flu. And I guess this is gonna have to go here. I was kind of hoping, no, I'm gonna put it here. Sorry, I'm like trying to talk and tell a story and plan at the same time. My brain hurts. I'll use this one. I'm trying to keep the colors in the same, I don't know if you can tell, but that's what I'm trying to do because I have issues. Give me a second, my phone is ringing. I have no idea who was calling me. It was like some random 804 area code. Hopefully nobody important, but I said hello a couple times and nobody answered. So in the past, I have had a hive reaction to drugs. Obviously, I said I've had anaphylaxis from injectables, all that kind of stuff. If this is TMI, totally click off my video right now. It's okay. I get it. Nobody needs to hear all of this, but I'm an overshare and I'm just keeping it real. So I don't know. I didn't feel that much better, but I knew, like, you know, antibiotics take a couple days, and with pneumonia, you don't feel better right away. Usually it's about 5 days before you start feeling better. So like day 3 on the antibiotics, I wake up the next morning and I'm like, oh my God, I have hives. Great. I'm going to die. I'm going to go into anaphylaxis again. Here we go. I'm having an allergic reaction to these, you know, this new antibiotic or whatever. So I called my primary doctor and started crying as soon as the poor nurse asked me what had been going on, because I was just so frustrated with all this sickness. And plus, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm super extroverted. So like for me to have to be home and like all this time, you know, like isolated basically and coping with all this crap, not cool. It was taking its toll on me for sure. So, they were like, well, stop taking the drug. I was like, okay. Now, I have not a neurologist. I have a immunologist because of these random, like, idiopathic hive breakouts. And he has told me in the past, you know, make sure if you have a hive breakout, take your Zyrtec, but also take Pepsid at the same time because it works too in a different way. I can't explain the science behind it. I am not a science person. So that's what I did when I saw the hives. So they did go away. And, sorry, I had a coughing fit. Then, Nora ended up praying that they wouldn't come back. Oh, what am I doing? This doesn't go over here. Holy cow. And they didn't. The next day I woke up, the doctor was like, well, if they stay away, take another dose and see what happens. So I was like really nervous to take another dose. But Nora was like, Mom, let me pray for you because I believe that you will not get them if I pray for you. And I was like, okay, cool. Bring it on. So she, you know, laid hands on me or whatever, prayed for me. And the next day, still didn't have hives. And to this day, I finished the full dose, 7 days worth of this super crazy antibiotic that was twice a day pill, and never had the hives come back. So praise God for that. Then, so that was happening. Then, but Friday morning, I still didn't feel great. And I was like, okay, I'm going into the weekend. I don't know. I just want to make sure like nothing else funky is going on. So I called my primary doctor and they were like, come see Dr. So-and-so. He's our, you know, like urgent care attending and he's amazing, very thorough. Just to rule out anything else and see that he agrees with the PA from urgent care. And I was like, okay. So I went in Friday. Basically, he confirmed all the things that were happening and then said, also called me in an extra round of steroids and antibiotics should I need them, which I haven't needed them, thank God. Also called me in some more albuterol for my nebulizer and told me I needed to take Mucinex DM every day until my lungs clear up. And in the meantime, my immunologist has called me an Advair to take as a preventative because a rescue inhaler shouldn't be a regular thing, yada, yada, yada. So there it is, my super, super long story about my illness for the past month of March. I really hoped that I would be able to talk about other things in today's video. And I'm sorry that I haven't been able to. I feel like I want to add a quote sticker. Let me get my stickers. I'm not even prepared because I'm so, like, life has just been so freaking bananas. All right, so yeah, that's been my life. And this past week, so today's a Tuesday. So yesterday was my first day back at work. I swear, the poor principal at my school probably thinks I'm like full of baloney. I'm not, obviously. But I do think some of the people I work with suspect that I'm full of you know what, but I'm totally not. I wish I was. And honestly, it cost me $122 every time I went to urgent care, plus my meds and all that. And if, like, that aside, if I don't work, I don't make money. Not that I'm there for the money, because clearly I'm not. Because it's like I get paid less than I would make. I get paid less than minimum wage by the time taxes come out, okay? It's sad. So obviously, not there for the money. There because I love my job. So, anyway, I, like, missed being at work. I miss, you know, I'm paying all this money for all these doctor visits. Now, I wish, in a perfect world, that this PA who I saw the first time had tested me for COVID, tested me for the flu, tested me for pneumonia, or done an x-ray, like all that stuff. But he didn't, and so it ended up in me going to urgent care twice and my own doctor once. So, that's my sob story, guys. Oh, you know what? No, this is summer and spring, so it should be in here somewhere. Y'all, it has just been a lot. It was a lot. I almost lost it, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Just because, like, I'm so extroverted. And then for me to be, like, home, to be sick again, I was like, this is ridiculous. I thought I had spring quotes, guys. But since I can't find them. Oh, you know what? I might have pulled them for a different plan with me. I think I did. Here they are. I'd already pulled them for the video that's coming on Saturday. Okay, I'm gonna do, oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. And the day came when the risk to remain in a tight bud was more painful than the risk it took to bloom. That's like perfect for given everything that I've been going through. So life has been lifing, and this is too wide for the Hobonichi weeks. So I'm gonna cut it, which is risky, but I'm living on the edge. YOLO! Who even says that anymore? You're showing your age. I know. Do you like how I had a whole conversation with myself just now and answered myself, which I think means that I'm like definitely crazy. I mean, we already knew that I was crazy though. Yeah, I can laugh about it kind of now, but in all honesty, I totally burst into tears when the nurse asked me what was going on. You know, like she just was so kind, and like the tone in her voice, like, tell me what's been going on. Like, I just could not hold it in anymore. I've been like trying to keep it together and not complain and set a good example for Nora, who like, when she has a head cold, you would think that she was dying. She just is so dramatic when she has any type of congestion. And I think she takes after me in the sense that like I hardly ever get fevers, and neither does she. We just keep getting all these like upper respiratory infections. Well, we both have asthma too. But anyhow, that's the end of my painful reality of life. So, oy vey, I know, it's a lot, guys. I would not wish any of this on anyone, because it has just been crazy. Crazy bananas. And like having pneumonia and not having the breath to speak, I couldn't even like film videos because I couldn't talk. I mean, I could film, like I did get a lot done in Nora's, actually I finished it as of today. Nora's, scrapbook album for 2020. So I got like that. I just film and then I speed it up and do a voiceover. So I knew I could film it and do the voiceover later. But, yeah, I forgot to add another column here. It was hard. I mean, even when I'm healthy, I listen to audiobooks nonstop, but that's been like my saving grace. And lots of cuddles from my kitten. You know, that kind of worked out that I had my new kitten and could cuddle him. Okay. So, oh, I also have a hair appointment. Slay. Love that for me. It's a busy week. Dang. Look at me with all the things happening. So to go over what I have been doing, because I've been yapping my freaking gab this whole time. Dance Mondays and Wednesdays. Nora had her last enrichment program on Monday last week, so she's all done with that. She still has student council every Tuesday. My husband has a whole worship night event dinner thing Tuesday night, so I won't even see him till like after Nora goes to bed. And I have a hair appointment. Nora has therapy. I'm gonna write as tiny as I can. That's so cute. Work, church on Sunday. So I just put the to-do list task thingies over here on the left because I wanted to break it up, and I actually like that better. And then I can just put church. Whoa, that was weird. Churchy, we have to be there at 9. Because my husband plays on worship and I'm on the prayer team. Okay, so I just have this one little, I'm not gonna leave this behind. This cute little faux cloud washi. What should I do with it? Meh. I don't want it to look like too boxy, so I'm just gonna layer it down here. I think it's crooked slightly. Okay. And then I don't ever really use this little tracker thing or these check marks, so I'll put them in my like sticker release notebook. Where the heck did I put it? You probably saw me use is this cutie patootie here. Oh gosh, guys, felt good to get it all out. On Instagram, I've been like posting a lot, like keeping it real and like sharing my updates and my stories, but that's like the whole beginning to end thing in case you missed it. And if you didn't miss it and that was all redundant, I apologize. And if you listened to it anyway, you are a saint. Oops, these fell out. That's the only thing. Sometimes these don't stick very well. I don't love that because then I lose little teeny weeny stickers sometimes. Okay, let's see. This was something I did when I was sick. I moved all my little freebie stickers into this. Or not freebie, but like extras. Oops. This sticker sheet is cut kind of funny. Okay. All right. So now these are empty. Yay, I can toss them. I'll link this in the description box in case for whatever reason you want this sticker sheet. They're Ally stickers according to Ally, and you can use Gen 10 on your order. Super appreciate the support. This is from Simply Gilded. I don't know if it's still available. And this was Pastel Galaxies from Coffee Monster Co. Okay. Well, that was a very chatty, lengthy Hobo in 2 weeks video. Usually they're a little quicker, but, you know, I had to tell you all the things today. So I'm obsessed. This is gorgeous. Perfection. Helen can do no wrong in my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave your 2 cents below. It's welcome. Obviously, if I overshare like that, I appreciate your feedback and welcome you to conversate with me down below in the comments. Always love hearing from you. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell. And I will see you next time. Take care, friends. Remember that you are enough. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I apologize if I was out of frame for any of this. All right. Bye, friends.